Hello ladies and gentlemen, Grim here and welcome to another video. In this one we're going to talk extensively about Nora's Globe and how good this is, because this is the most important artifact out of them all, because it's the free artifact and everybody will get it, so it's very important to see if this thing is good or not. So we're going to talk a little bit about it, we're going to see some gameplay of it afterwards and the uses of it. And then we're going to kind of decide where we rank it compared to the other Sorate artifacts that we got so far. So first up, you're going to get healed when you perform a special. It's a flat amount every single time you perform a special, so it's gonna be pretty straightforward in terms of that. I do like that. That's a good passive. Not the most necessary passive, but a good passive. Next passive, you're going to get a percentage attack increase after performing a special. Stacks up to 4 times. That's going to be not terrible, but not extremely great. Like, just picture this. When you get attack, it's going to be base attack. So let's say my Catwoman here, where I have it equipped currently, she has, actually, let's take a look at King. She has 6.3 attack. At level 1, stacking that 4 times, it would give me 3.6 additional attack or something like that, because it's close to 100%. It's going to be only the base attack. So I would get around 35% or something attack increase over here. He's also getting a ton of attack increase from his passive. It says damage, but I'm pretty sure it's attack, not damage. So everything piles up, and at the end of the day, additional attack is not important, but it's going to be a little bit more important for this Sorate than other Sorates, because here the artifact bonuses don't split. Because in other Sorates you would have the artifacts bonuses splitting, and once you equip all the artifacts you would end up with a huge amount of attack. But here, since the artifact bonuses do not split, it's going to actually be a little bit of a different situation where attack is going to matter a little bit more. So while this is not the best thing, and I would have loved it to be damage instead of attack, it's going to be something. Like if we were to compare it, let's say, to Firebox, Firebox is going to be better and worse at the same time in terms of the additional damage it gives. Because it's going to give you some damage on your rush attack, and this is damage, this is a lot of additional damage, but at the same time it only applies to the rush attack, and while this is a far bigger and far better value than what we have with the Nora's Globe, Nora's Globe might actually give you overall more damage, because Nora's Globe attack, even though far less than the damage from the Firebox, is going to apply to everything. Normal attacks, swipe attacks, specials. So I feel like it's going to maybe actually be better in this Sorate for damage than Firebox is in Dawn of Apocalypse, because that applies to everything. Though it's not gonna be the case for every single team. Like Firebox is going to heavily benefit teams that do a lot of damage on basic attack hits, and that's a lot of them. I think for League of Anarchy, there's out of the question they'll take that much benefit from this base attack compared to what they would have gotten from Firebox. But I feel like it's kind of there. Kind of at the level of how helpful Firebox is in terms of damage in Dawn of Apocalypse. Now this passive over here, instead of getting KO'd, the wearer will heal, get 6 seconds of healing and get tagged out, and he'll be replaced with a clone. Like, look, if you're going to use this for damage dealing purposes and eventually equip this on your damage dealer, yet again it will be a scenario where you'll equip this on your damage dealer instead of all blades or dark metal cards from like level 4 or level 5, depending on the character. If they rely a lot on tagging in and out like Zero Bench or Multiverse Armor, Supergirl, level 5 or even 6 will be needed. But you eventually end with this on your damage dealer, and the fact that the healing is going to be there and the not getting killed is going to be there is going to be pretty solid. Again, not mandatory, but pretty solid. It's gonna come in handy. You're going to be like, oh look, my damage dealer didn't die, that's amazing. So yeah, good stuff. Now when it comes to the not getting killed and getting replaced with an ice clone, that ice clone can also die. And it creates a body, it creates a character that dies in that fight. That's gonna be important, because this is the last use of this. This is not gonna allow you to do any infinite combo like Godkiller and Firebox do, but it's going to allow you to boost the crap out of Last of Joker and make him usable. in every single fight, and this is going to apply for every single soul rate and every single place from now on. That artifact made Joker very viable in a lot of new places, because it's got this thing, Killing Joke, which is going to give him 50% more damage for each character that dies every single fight. And 50% more damage is insane. And because of the globe, you're going to be able to trigger this 2 additional times, because you're going to put the globe on your support character. Let's say you have Just Like Flash as a support character. You're going to put that on Just Like Flash, and then let's say Flash is going to die once. You're going to get 50%. Then he's going to die 2 times more. I mean, not him, but the ice clones. And you're going to get from having a 50% damage buff in that fight to having a 150% damage buff in that fight. So this is going to be a tremendous buff to Last of Joker, and it's going to make him far more strong and far more viable for people who don't yet have Heartbreak Harley Quinn, or for fights where you can't use Heartbreak Harley Quinn. I think she's still going to be far better in those fights where you can stun, but where you can't stun, or if you don't have her, then the globe is going to make this dude so much more viable. Okay, let's take a look at some fights now. Okay, so I'm going to first demonstrate how well this goes with Last of Joker. Though do keep in mind that we are going to take some time to get Bane killed here. But we have the Nora's snow globe on him, so he will create 2 ice clones before dying. At the same time, we do have freeze grenades on Joker, because I wanted to test that out, but they didn't really do anything. They didn't freeze the enemy or anything. All they did was give me 500 additional attack, so do keep that in mind. So yeah, we get Bane killed here. There we go, that's the first time. He didn't really get killed. I think he got literally left at 1 HP and tagged out, and now he's healing a bit. Okay, Bane is back in there. He's gonna get hit again. Yet again, it's tier 1 at this point. We're from the secondary account. We're kind of late. We took our time to kill the last boss, and it's tier 1. They deal no damage to us, that's why it's taking long. Okay, we got the other ice clone. And again, you can also do this with Just Like Flash and also get the fast actions. I used Just Like Flash as a damage there previously, that's why I'm using Bane here. And yeah, 2 targets died so far. And now we can still kill Bane himself as a 3rd target. And now we got Last of Joker. And he's going to have 3 procs of the passive, as I previously stated. I don't know what's wrong since the update with my emulator. Like, a lot of swipe right commands are perceived as tap attacks for some reason. I don't know why that's the case. But yeah, Last of Joker is going to get tremendously buffed by this. Like, tremendously buffed. And this applies for league rates as well. This is definitely doable in league rates. You can do it, you can do what you do against Grodd and Phase 1 against every single fight, though. The only one where you really do that is going to be against Captain Cold, because you can crit him with Dark Metal cards. With Dr. Fate, you're not gonna have a good time tagging in and out, because he can kill you, and against Horrific Scarecrow, you don't really want to do that. So this pretty much makes Captain Cold viable in league rates with a Last of Joker team. That's definitely something that you can do because of that thing, and we're going to actually take a look at one example after this fight of that occurring. But that's about it for league rates. You can still use it definitely in Phase 1 and Gorilla Grodd to like get more damage, but Phase 1 is going to be relatively easy to one-shot even without that, so it doesn't matter that much. Grodd is it's not impossible to one-shot without that, but it's going to be quite hard to achieve that, so definitely use that against Grodd to get yourself closer or to the one-shot level over there. And yeah, here we got the Snow Globe on Kimflan Sakuman, and yet again he's going to get some base damage. That's about it for the artifact. Gets him some nice base damage in there. Am I going to use it over All Blades or Dark Metal cards? No, not gonna do that until at least level 5 in this soul raid. And in our soul raids, most likely not gonna really touch the artifact except for the Joker interaction. But yeah, this is the gameplay for now. Let's get to league rates now. Okay, so this Quartimans video that we're going to together take a look at using the globe against Captain Cold. And look, links to his channel will be in the description and in the pinned comments. And I'm not gonna say, please subscribe to him, please check him out. I'm just going to say that you are welcome because I made you aware of this dude's channel existence because he's got a lot of quality content there that you will enjoy. So you're welcome, you're aware of this now. Go check it out, you'll not regret it, but yeah, let's get into it. So we got EPI in here. At 6 stars still. We got 7-star Joker. I suspect he's got Armor Pierce on Joker, because you're not gonna do much without Armor Pierce against sub-bosses in League Rate, because they got that 75% defense that you're going to be hitting at. So let's see how this goes. So obviously Flash is going to give him 1 fast attack hit, in addition to the 2 that he's already got, so it's already adding pretty much, not really 33% more damage, because not every hit is going to be a fast attack hit, but let's say 25, it's a safe bet. Now Flash is going to die 2 times, and 3 times, adding 150% more damage. And now Joker is pretty much got the base damage increase that he would get against phase 1. So this should be, in theory, a one-shot if everything goes well. Like, look, in phase 1, on one hand you can't combo and chop the dude, but on the other hand you got very smooth gameplay anyway, so you don't really need to. Over here he will really start dealing damage once he gets him to the corner, because after the enemy is in the corner, he will be kept all the time on the guaranteed crits area. So that's going to be really the optimal spot for damage. Joker back in there. He's in the corner now. Okay, here we start the optimal damage phase. EPI combo interrupting, 3 hits, Joker back in there. Combo interrupting again. Oh boy, it's not looking good for Captain Cold. You can already see by the way the health drains. Also, you might be wondering why he's not using Special 2. It's because it's more optimal to not use Special 2, because in the time frame where you could use the Special 2, you're going to get 2 to 3 hits maybe in addition. Special 2 it's something to do if you can't combo interrupt as a way to extend your combo, but if you can combo interrupt, you'd rather combo interrupt than use Special 2. But yeah, there's not even half of the fights. Bro, he's gonna die. That's all I'm gonna say. He's gonna die. And the Nora's Globe makes this happen, because without this, I don't really think this will be possible. I don't really think you'll have enough damage to do this. But Nora's Globe is just amazing, and it will help you in League rates if you are still struggling yourself to one-shot something that's already one-shottable, like phase 1. And look, I'm not expecting people to one-shot Grodd. Like, individuals who one-shot Grodd with last time Joker without Raven and now without Nora's Globe are a certain special kind of individuals. That's not something for everybody to do. But yeah, with all being said, let's draw some conclusions on this. Okay, so how good is Nora's Globe compared to the other free artifacts that we get? So it's far better than Chakra. Chakra is absolute garbage. There was only one instance in my life where I found myself actively using Chakra, and that was against boss Atrocitus in the Dark Knight Soul raids, and even there I didn't realize that Kryptonite Spear will be better. So there's no way the Chakra is better than that. Now, getting to Kryptonite Spear. This can be useful sometimes because of the unblockable thing, because you can put this on Arkham Knight Batman or Praetor Batman and use him with Harley Quinn. You build combo with this, and then you're able to use a special 2 against shielded targets. In that specific scenario, it can be useful. It can be used to heal yourself a little bit as well. That's also a viable thing, but yet again, you're going to very rarely use this. This is just slightly better than Chakra. Now, God Killer. Is it better than God Killer? I feel like this is going to, for the most part, in most scenarios, going to give you more damage than God Killer, because you're not going to depend on how much attack the enemy has, you're going to depend on how much your attack your character has, and you can, to an extent, make sure that's the highest possible by level, star rating, and all that stuff to max out the base attack. So it's not something that's going to be fluctuating, rather something that's going to always be there. So I feel like the damage side of things goes to that anyway. The Nora's Globe is also adding a survivability part that the God Killer doesn't necessarily do directly. That's also something to keep in mind. And now they kind of split doing their own thing. Like God Killer is going to disable blocks, allowing you to do some interesting infinite combos. And you're going to get from the globe some interaction with less of Joker, as we have mentioned. I mean, it also works for Calculator versus Superman passive, but that's a garbage interaction. You're going to be able to get that without Nora's globe. That doesn't matter, but mainly it's going to help less of Joker with that thing, and this is going to pretty much be able to enable maybe some teams to do some infinite combos. Look, if it's down to personal opinion, I think they're kind of the same power level. Nora's Globe might be slightly better, though yet again you could argue for Godkiller being slightly better. Like, if you value the survivability from Nora's Globe, which is lots of survivability, then that's far better. If you don't value that at all, then Godkiller is as good as the Globe. And when it comes to Fodderbox, when it comes to good old Fodderbox, we've been regarding it slightly better than Godkiller, or at least I have been regarding it slightly better than Godkiller. It's going to give you that additional damage on rush attacks, it's going to heal you, cleanse your debuffs, and do the rush thing, which is yet again another mechanic that's going to teleport you and also let you avoid some stuff, enable some infinite combos, all that good stuff. I think Firebox is a slightly better artifact than the Globe, because it does add the survivability part itself, and it does add some damage itself, even though not evenly spread as the Globe. It's some damage, and it's good damage for most teams. And on top of that, it also adds like a new movement and scatter placement mechanic. So I think Firebox is better, and Dark Metal Cards is the best one. Not even going to get into that. That artifact is just insane. So yeah, I don't think Nora's Globe is too bad. I think it's a pretty decent artifact. Definitely not the best free one that we have gotten, if you ask me at the very least. But definitely far better and far more useful than the one that we were complaining the most. So I feel this is in an okay spot, okay? It's in an okay spot, and the artifacts that we got with this expansion seems to be kind of garbage, so it's not like, oh, we got this, which is kind of good, and then we got the best artifact in the game being in the pay-to-win artifacts. Thing that happened with Beta Club, by the way. So yeah, I do like Nora's Globe, think it could have been better, it could have definitely been worse. Thank you so much for watching, let me know what you think about this in the comments, I'll see you all in the next one, goodbye!
This is the future.